This is Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my video. As always, please like and subscribe. I sincerely appreciate that. Please hit that thumbs up button. That'll help my channel analytics out. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. That would be cool too. In this video, I'm going to review four jazz CDs that were recent thrift store finds. These are a little bit more on the obscure side. You know, people who do these channels like me, they're used to us reviewing people like artists like Miles Davis, Ornette Coleman, Thelonious Monk, people on that level. But these are a little bit more on the obscure side. Let's give them attention in this video. When I go to thrift stores these days, it's getting harder and harder to find clean jazz records on vinyl. It really is. So I always look at the CD section because that's a viable format. They're not that expensive. These CDs, these 4 CDs I bought for $2 each. And so I always check the CD section because my chance of buying jazz is on CDs, at least on the second-hand market at thrift stores. Before I get to this video, I want to thank Sheldon Sandler for his PayPal donation via the PayPal donation link in the description below. If you want to donate to my channel, that'd be super cool. The PayPal donation link is in the description below. And also, I meant to do a box opening of one record during this video, but the package hasn't arrived yet. It's just one record. I want to open that record because it's one of my favorite records. It's a non-jazz record that I want to do a box opening. If it arrives today, I'll attach that to the end of this video. But I'm going to start with reviewing this CD. The Michel Legrand Trio is called The Warm Shade of Memory is the name of the CD. This came out in 1996. 1996. Yeah, 1996 on Evidence by Evidence Music, it says in the back. And again, it's a Michel Legrand Trio, and it features Toots Thielemans as a guest on a couple of tracks. The great harmonica player Toots Thielemans. He also played guitar, I believe, as well. But this is a nice performance by the Michel Legrand Trio, and they do some very good performances on some of the songs in here. An example is the song "The Summer of '42." And oh, by the way, before I get to the review of this CD, I could not find this CD on YouTube at all. I don't know if it's available on the internet. I apologize for that. You might have to scour the internet to find some sound samples of this CD. And I don't play music on my channel because copyright infringement issues. I don't want my channel to be taken down. I don't take that risk. But I'll describe, at least give the performance and the sound a score on this one. But again, they do a nice performance of the song Summer of '42. We have Toots Thielemans with a very nice solo on that particular song. Their jazz interpretation of Summer of '42 is quite good. And also do a nice interpretation of the song I Will Wait for You. I Will Wait for You is the name of the song. Again, another fantastic performance on harmonica by Toots Thielemans on that particular piece. And the song I Will Wait for You is from the movie The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Now, I'm mispronouncing Cherbourg because it's actually pronounced in French, and I'm mispronouncing that. So I apologize for that. This is one of my favorite soundtrack albums by Michel Legrand. It really is. But the jazz interpretation of that song on this CD is actually very good. It's an excellent jazz performance on that particular song. This is a very nice performance by the trio. It really is, with Toots Thielemans. I have an issue with the sound. I'm going to get to the sound first and the performance second. The sound is quite good. The bass is very deep. The bass, you can actually feel the bass. This is that deep, especially when you listen to it on have a good digital setup, which God blessed me with. I listened to this through a Denafrips Pontus 15th edition DAC, and the bass is very deep. You really feel it. The issue I had with this particular CD is that the mix didn't take full advantage of the sound stage because it goes from the outer edge of the right speaker to maybe 6 inches past the, no, maybe 6 to 12 inches past the center of the sound stage like this, whereas it didn't take advantage of the left portion of the sound stage. It should be like that, and it's like this. And that was a misstep in terms of the mix. That would have made this a more grand listening experience, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give the sound an 8.5. It was recorded well. It just, the mix was just, is very right dominant, is what I'm trying to say in terms of the sound stage. And I didn't care for that too much. So the sound, I'm giving 8.5. The performance is quite good. I'm giving that an 8.5 too. Michel Legrand on this CD plays the piano exceptionally well. What a great performance by Michel Legrand. I'm gonna hold this up, but the text is so small, I doubt seriously if it's gonna come out on the video. Again, issued in 1996, I believe, by Evidence Music. And Michel Legrand Trio, The Warm Shade of Memory is called. And sorry that it's not available on YouTube, but I thought I'd review that anyway. Again, that was a recent jazz thrift store find, as well as the next one and the next two. This is called Jeru Blue, a tribute to Jerry Mulligan by the Carrie Strayer Septet. I'll show this close up, but I don't know if even that's going to come out on the video either. I got to go to my glasses to see the musicians on here. You have Carrie Strayer, baritone saxophone, soprano saxophone, Randy Brecker, trumpet, flugelhorn, Dean Johnson, bass, John Mosca, I believe you pronounce that, trombone, Ted Nash, tenor sax and flute. As you see, you have a variety of instruments on this album. Ted Rosenthal, piano, Ron Vincent, drums on this CD that was issued in 1998 on Palmetto Records. And this is a very low-key performance by the Carrie Strayer Septet in terms of their approach and just the overall mood of the performances on the CD. Well, although there are some very nice songs on here, like Dragonfly. I believe this is on YouTube. Check out the tune Dragonfly. That represents performances on this CD quite well. There's another tune on here called Oh Mr. Souter, Yes Mr. Finnegan, in tribute, I guess, to the Souter Finnegan. You know, they had some great big band efforts, swing efforts in the 1950s. And Eddie Souter, he was also involved on this fabulous album with Stan Getz called Focus. He was involved in that record. I think that's the greatest Stan Getz record ever made, by the way. But the performance on this effort by the Carrie Strayer Septet, is quite good. If I were to rate this performance, I'll probably give the performance and sound an 8 on this particular one. Like I said, there's not, you know, over the top great, but it's worth listening to because it's a solid jazz performance. It really is. When I go buy these CDs, the best I can, if I'm not familiar with them, I'll listen to it on my cell phone at the thrift store when I'm purchasing them, just in case I, you know, make sure the vibe and groove fits my style. And I did so with this one. And I think it's worth listening to. A lot of these may not be worth buying, but something, you don't have to buy everything. You can listen to great music on the internet or YouTube. And this might be one of them, but it's a solid performance by the Carrie Strayer Septet. Again, it's called Jeru Blue, a tribute to Jerry Mulligan, the Carrie Strayer Septet. The sound is an 8, performance is an 8. The next one is called is by the Dale Fielder Quartet, called Short Forms. The Dale Fielder Quartet. This was recorded live. This was recorded live in Fullerton, California. This was issued in 1998. It was recorded at a location called Streamers Cafe, which I think it closed down in 2015. It was open for like 21 years. Again, recorded live. Features on this CD is Dave Fielder saxophones, Thomas White drums, Jane Getz piano, Bill Marcus bass. The best of my knowledge, Jane Getz is not related to Stan Getz. She's played with some legendary musicians during her career. Jane Getz on piano. She's played with Charles Mingus, Herbie Mann, Charles Lloyd, Pharoah Sanders. He also did some other pop type of work on albums with John Lennon and the Bee Gees and several other famous artists. But again, this is a live jazz performance. I'll show you the back. And before I continue, track 2, which is called Fugue, I think that's how Fugue 1978. Track 2 and track 6 are the exact same song. It's almost like, I guess they just duplicated it. But if you listen to this on YouTube, I would concentrate on the first song, Mode de Coltrane, and Fugue 1978, because those are the best performances on this live CD. It was recorded quite nicely. I think the only drawback on this particular one is that you cannot hear the audience engagement in that well, the applause and the audience engagement. In my opinion, I think I would probably give the sound on this one, Dale Fielder Quartet, short forms live at Streamers Cafe. I'll probably give the sound between a 7.5 and an 8. The performance, I'm going to give a 7.5. Although Dale Fielder was quite good, the band wasn't as cohesive and tight and put together as closely as I like a jazz group to be. The performances were quite good, but it seemed like they could have used a little bit more time together, lack of a better word. It shows in the performance. But this was good enough for me to buy at the thrift store for $2, and it's a nice listen on my system. It really is. So I'm going to give the performance a 7.5 and the sound around a 7.52. It was recorded reasonably well. Like I said, the cohesiveness as for a jazz group could have been a bit more tight, a little bit more engaged, and the solos could have been a little bit better. But it's worth investigating. Check this out on YouTube. Leave your comments in the comment section below. The last one I'm going to review, and this is by Anthony Braxton, and it's called Creative Orchestra Music 1976. This was issued in 1976. The CD was issued in 1987. In a previous video, probably, a year or two ago, I reviewed this Anthony Braxton album called 5 Pieces 1975. This album is quite good. So I was intrigued in listening to this CD on my system. Now, I'll show you the back of it. Now, there are 6 songs on this CD. There are 6 of them. 2, in my opinion, are extremely intriguing, extremely entertaining to listen to. 2 of them, 2 of the 6. That is the first track and the 5th track. Both of them, especially the 5th track, have outstanding solos. This is like an ensemble, or I would say a big band effort, be quite frank with you. Both the solos and performances of both songs are good, but track 5 reminds me of like a Charles Mingus or Thelonious Monk style type of composition. It was performed fabulously. Track number 5, and like I said, track 1 is quite good. The rest of the tracks, that's a different story. A lot of people who listen to this on YouTube may have great difficulty getting into those tracks, because one of them almost sounds like circus music, or music from a parade, or music from a carnival. I forgot the exact same the track number. And another track sounds like background music for the I don't know if those of you out there who are my age group remember the television show called Night Gallery with I forgot the host names, Rod Serling. Night Gallery. One of the songs sounds like background music for a Night Gallery episode. So 4 of the tracks may not be for everybody. They really are not. It's kind of out there musically in terms of instrumental or jazz pieces. They really are. You have to listen to them to know what I mean. But the gems on this CD are track 1 and track 5. They really are. The other ones might be too avant-garde for most people. But I bought this on the strength of track 1 and track 5, and it was worth it for $2 in my opinion. The very creative Anthony Braxton on this CD. I'm giving the performance at 8 and the sound at 8. The sound, you got to turn up the volume on that one to really get the juice out of it. It could have had more umph and a little bit more detail, a little more pristineness in terms of the sound on that particular CD. Tracks 1 and tracks 5 are the gems on this one. The remaining tracks, like I said, they might be too avant-garde and too out there for the average jazz listener, in my opinion. But that was worth the price of admission, $2. But those are the CDs that I decided to review in this video because they were recent thrift store finds. So I thought I'd do a video on recent thrift store CD finds, jazz CD finds in this video. Now I'm gonna wait for the my package to arrive for FedEx. Then I'm gonna attach the box opening to this video, and I'll end the video at the end of that segment. So hopefully that package will arrive soon. So I'll see you in the next segment. Okay, my package finally arrived. Like I said, it contains one record shipped by Analog Productions or Acoustic Sounds. I'm gonna open this box, see what one record is in here. I've been a big fan of this record since it came out. Gosh, after I recorded the first part of my video, this package arrived like maybe a couple hours later, so I thought I'd attach it to this one if I can get this package open. Acoustic Sounds, their packaging is outstanding. I love their boxes, like really great. Let's see what we have in here. We have this box aside and the receipt aside. You have part of the Atlantic 75 series. Roberta Flack, her famous Killing Me Softly album. This is a 2LP 45 RPM version of the album on 180 gram vinyl. I can't wait to listen to this one, this 45 RPM version of the album. I have been a fan of this record since it came out. Like I said, I have, gosh, at least two copies right here. And that song, Killing Me Softly, is just a tremendous song. It's a really great album. But I can't wait to listen to this version and see how it sounds against original pressing or close original pressing of the album. I guess we'll see about that. But this Atlantic 75 series is a great one. I know they released a couple of, at least 2 or 3 of the Aretha Franklin albums. Hopefully at some point I can get those too. But like I said, I'm looking forward to listening to this album, Killing Me Softly, Roberta Flack. 45 RPM, 180 gram vinyl. Thank you very much for viewing my video. I really appreciate it. If you want to donate to my channel, there's a PayPal donation link in the description below. And don't forget, there's some Amazon affiliate links in the description below as well. Some products for sale. I get a commission for the sale of those products. All those aid me buying records for my channel. I really appreciate that. Even if you don't buy those Amazon items for sale in the description below, just go through those links to Amazon and you make any purchase you want, and I'll still get a commission for that sale. Something you actually need and want, I'll get a commission for that sale as well. Please keep that in mind. Thank you very much for viewing my video. Please like and subscribe. God bless, strong love, and more important than music, let's keep the peace where it lies.